Brand new day, brand new lecture, and of course, brand new marks. Welcome to SMAT. Guys, SMAT quickies are here to help you understand complex topics in a very simple and also a shortcut way. This one today is an agriculture income. In this pandemic, one thing which has not stopped at all is agriculture and agriculture income. And Indians, anyways, know that agriculture income is exempt from tax. So, hence, that's a very interesting thing to look at. Today's Math Quickie talks about just that. How is agriculture income taxed? And the scheme of partial integration, what exactly is that? Is there a shortcut to learn it? How do you work it around? Let's see it in the next few minutes in this Smart Quickie. Here we go, guys. Like my entire DT goes through an example of a surgeon. So this one here is a small aspect of that surgeon. Guys, the surgeon is also earning PGBP income. The surgeon is also earning a lot of PGBP income. So this is a surgeon earning a lot of PGBP income. Let's say his income from PGBP for the year is 6 lakh rupees. He's earning it, it's great. And some friends suggested that why don't you also earn agriculture income? Grow something, it's a really nice thing and there is no tax on it. So he started agriculture income, he started agriculture operations, and from agriculture he had income. And when I say income, that means, guys, whatever revenue minus whatever expenses related to agriculture. So his agriculture income was 5 lakh rupees. And of course, he was very happy because he knew on this there is no tax by the government. Everyone had told him, including his CA had told him, that there is no tax on agriculture income. So he was very assured that he used to pay tax only on this 6 lakh rupees. And then someone told him about the scheme of partial integration. Guys, this scheme of partial integration, I'll give you a nice shortcut on how to understand and how to remember this. Be with me. And this is something that is in the exam. It's a very hidden thing. So we'll see how it is to be tackled. This is called the scheme of partial integration. Guys, in the scheme, the government says although we don't tax agriculture income, somewhere the tax has to be calculated in this way. That's the scheme of partial integration. What's the first step? Guys, the first step, they shock the surgeon. The first step is always to shock, and that's your shortcut, guys. The first step is to shock the surgeon. Shock means what? They take his, of course, that non-agriculture income, plus they also take his agriculture income, and they calculate the tax on this total income. So guys, on 11 lakh they calculate the tax. Of course, if you know slab rates, guys, on the first 2.5 lakh rupees there is no tax. From 2.5 lakh rupees to 5 lakh rupees there is 5%, so that is 12,500. From 5 lakh rupees to 10 lakh rupees it's at the rate of 20%, so about 1 lakh rupees here. Plus on the excess 1 lakh, that is still 11 lakhs, on the 1 lakh he has to pay at the rate of 30%, so 30,000 here. So overall, he has to, as per step one, his tax is 1,42,500. Only basic tax, guys. Don't focus on surcharge and cess in this scheme of partial integration. Guys, the step one is to shock. Shock means he got shocked when 6 lakh is okay, but why did you collect tax on 5 lakh? And hence he was shocked at this first step. But then they calmed him down. After the first shock, they calm him down. So the second step is basically calming. It calms him down. And they say, don't worry at all. We will not tax your 5 lakh. So on the 5 lakh in step one, plus on your basic exemption limit, assuming guys is an individual resident less than 60 years. So he has a basic exemption limit of 2 lakh 50. So on this 7 lakh 50,000, they say we will not collect tax because we will minus it from the step one. So step two is calming him down. Relax, surgeon, calm down, because in step two, they take the agriculture income, which is not supposed to be taxed, and they take the basic exemption limit, both things on which he should not pay tax, and they again calculate tax on this amount. So on this 7.5 lakhs, these numbers are all example, guys. On this 7.5 lakh rupees, you again calculate tax, guys. Up to 2.5 lakh rupees, nothing. From 2.5 lakh rupees to 5 lakh rupees, it is 12,500. And from 5 lakh to 7.5 lakhs, on that 2 lakh 50,000, on that 2 lakh 50,000 into 20%, so that is 50,000. So they calculated, and that is 62,500. So they minus the step two from the step one, minus 1,42,500. So that is 92,500. So they say that step three is nothing but step two minus step one, or they take step one minus step two, and this is the basic tax that he needs to pay. Of course, he has to pay surcharge and cess also. Surcharge is applicable, cess always, guys. But please remember, why are these steps done? These steps are done because you're trying to enjoy both the incomes. I'll tell you what are the conditions, guys. First, understand the scheme and then I'll tell you the conditions. The scheme of partial integration, it's a very good shortcut. The first scheme, you shock them. How do you shock them? You take their entire income, the taxable income also, that is PGBP, salary, etc., other income, and you take the agriculture income also, and you add both of them and calculate the basic tax on both. That's when you shock them. But second step, you calm them down. You say that don't worry, on your agriculture income, we will not tax you. On your basic exemption limit, we will not tax you. So you calculate that and you minus that from the first step. And that's when you get 92,500. Guys, this is the step 3. This is the basic tax that is supposed to be payable by the surgeon. Now that you understand the scheme, and we'll revise it in the end, guys, quickly, let's see who is the scheme applicable to. Is it applicable to everyone? No, it is applicable only to individuals, or to HUFs, or to AOPs, BOIs, or to AJPs. That means everyone who enjoys a basic exemption limit. If you are taxed as per slab rates based on basic exemption limit, then you might be subject to scheme of partial integration. And the second condition is income, guys. Your other incomes, your taxable incomes should be above the basic exemption limit. That means your basic exemption limit, whatever it be 2.5 lakhs or 3 lakhs or 5 lakhs, it should be more than that. And guys, and your agriculture income should be more than 5,000. This amount is more than, not more than or equal to, it's always more than your. So more than basic exemption limit should be your taxable income, and your agriculture income should be more than 5,000. Let me help you out with this, guys. First condition is that scheme of partial integration is applicable only to those people who have a basic exemption limit. So individuals, HUFs, AOP, BOIs, and AJPs, they have basic exemption limit. Companies don't have a basic exemption limit. Partnership firms, LLPs don't have a basic exemption limit. So they don't come in the scheme at all. And second, guys, like me, I don't have any agriculture income. So although the first step is met, the second step is not met in my case because I don't have any agriculture income. But if you enjoy the both the income, like taxable income also, you have more than your basic exemption limit, and you have agriculture income also more than 5,000. And when I say agriculture income, it is a net income, not the revenue minus the expenses. If both these conditions are fulfilled, only then the scheme of partial integration applies to you. And guys, that's the reason they call this a scam of partial integration. Because although they say that agriculture income is exempt, what they're trying to do, indirectly increase your tax by doing this step 1, step 2, and step 3. So let's recap, guys. What is the scheme of partial integration? The scheme of partial integration is only applicable to those people who enjoy basic exemption limit, that is individuals, AOPs, BOIs, AJPs, and HUFs. Second, it's not applicable to every individual. I don't pay it. Why? Because it's only applicable to those people who have taxable income above the basic exemption limit, whatever be your basic exemption limit, and you should also have agriculture income, net income above 5,000. If that is the case, then welcome to the scheme of partial integration. Step 1 is shocking you. They take all your incomes, they calculate the basic tax on that. And step 2 is calming you down. They take the agriculture income and the basic exemption limit, two things on which you don't have to pay tax, and they calculate basic tax on that, and they minus it from the first step, and that's the basic tax that you need to pay. So if you're looking at agriculture income, and guys, this is never stated in the exam, they'll give you an entire sum, just like I'm going to put on the screen. They'll give you the entire sum, and quietly they will want to calculate agriculture scheme. Let's see, guys. Mr. X, who's a resident, has provided the following particulars. Guys, he has income from salaries. I'm putting taxable income. His income from salaries computed. Computed basically means that all incomes taken, SAP minus SEP. If you've been my student, guys, SAP minus SEP. If otherwise, guys, computed means after taking all the deductions. His income from house property computed is 2,50,000. So basically, 5,30,000 is his taxable income, on which which Mr. X wants to pay tax. Next, guys, agriculture income from a land in Jaipur is 4,80,000. Expenses is 1,70,000. So 4,80,000 minus 1,70,000 is 3,10,000. So agri income is 3,10,000. Quickly, let's see if the conditions are applicable. Is he someone who enjoys the basic exemption limit? Yes, he's Mr. X, an individual resident, so he enjoys the basic exemption limit. So condition 1 fulfilled. Condition 2, does he have taxable income more than basic exemption limit? Yes, his basic exemption limit is 2.5 lakhs. He has taxable income more than 2.5 lakhs. And does he have agriculture income more than 5,000? Yes, clearly his agriculture income is more than 5,000. So step 2 also fulfilled. Now, guys, let's do the scheme of partial integration. Scheme of partial integration. The step 1 is the shocking part, where you take both these incomes, 5,30,000 plus 3,10,000, that is 8,40,000, and you calculate the tax on that, only the basic tax. But step 2 calms you down. Don't worry. The agriculture income, that is 3,10,000 plus the basic exemption limit, guys, because he is less than 60, it's 2,50,000. So on this 5,60,000, don't worry. Whatever is your basic tax, we will minus it. And whatever the balance is, guys, these are incomes. You have to calculate the tax on that. And whatever the balance is what you'll have to pay as basic tax. This is the scheme of partial integration. Although they might not tell you in the exam, calculate the scheme. But if they say calculate tax liability, and if you ever see agriculture income and taxable income together, then you know the scheme, the scam is applicable. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much.